So my thoughts on online learning K through 12 are, well, I guess it depends on your grade level. So K through 12, you would kind of group them in like kindergarten itself, and then maybe like first through third, fourth through sixth, and then you have your junior high, and then you have high school. So depending on your grade level, it'll depend on how much you put and rely on your technology and your online learning. So for like junior high and high school, you could just have that be your classroom. Basically, you don't really have to rely on your teacher as much, depending on the teacher, the content. Um, but for younger students, they're still in like a traditional classroom where they have the teacher and they don't rely on technology as much. I mean, it's still used, but it's more used as like a tool and not as like the basis of the content you're teaching. And also, I would say it be utilized within certain circumstances, so obviously depending on your grade level. And also, it's nice to have like the personalization outside of having like online learning, because like the students can ask you questions, they can learn from your experiences, whereas online learning you can't really do that as much unless if you're doing like as a video more so. But there's positives and negatives to both, but definitely a good tool to use. And do I think every state should require students to complete an online course? Thinking about it, absolutely, especially upon graduation. I took lots of online courses, and super beneficial. Students that haven't been really exposed to technology, it's nice for them to take that first step, especially because after they graduate, they're going to be shoved in a workforce where at some point in their time, they're going to have to professionally use a piece of technology, and online courses teach them responsibility, teach them how to kind of use technology. It's a different way of learning, and it definitely challenges them in ways, but it's still super. It just gives them that extra experience that they'll need as they leave high school. And my LMS that I used was Schoology. I chose it because I've heard of a lot of different people that have used it, and I've heard it's professional and still like super simple to use, and it was pretty easy to navigate. I picked it up like that, and I'm sure my students could do that as well. And I liked it because when you had like an assignment due, it already had like parameters set up, so you didn't have to go in and change a bunch of things. You could just go in and add it. So it was simple, easy to navigate, and as a future educator, I will probably be forced to kind of use online learning or technology in some way or form, but at the same time, like, I want to. I think it's a great tool to have, but at the same time, not completely relying on it, especially for me being an elementary ed teacher. So yeah.